Let's just get to the heart of this issue of the intercepted flotilla. All those who are on it have now been deported back to their home countries, according to the Israeli government. But you were very angry. You called Minister Ben-Gvir's actions, as we described, really humiliating, all those, monstrous, undignified and humiliating. Did you ever get an apology from the Israeli government?
No, not directly. I asked for one because I think that a country that says that it's a democracy doesn't behave in this way. You don't assault in international waters and you don't make illegal detentions. And in addition, you don't inflict such an inhumane and humiliating treatment to citizens. Democracies, we don't act like that. That's why I asked for those apologies. I haven't got them. I sought in the Minister of Foreign Affairs or the Prime Minister of Israel in their social networks to really talk against this action, but not like a formal apology. To me and to many other countries in the world that we are asking for the same thing. And that's why Spain, with other European countries, we are asking for a ban of this particular minister into the European Union, as Spain has enforced since many months ago.
That's interesting. Of course, you saw that Prime Minister Netanyahu and his foreign minister did post that this was not, action by Ben-Gvir in accordance with the norms and laws and sort of, things of Israel. Are you convinced by their sort of wrapping him over the knuckles?
No, I think that it's better than saying nothing. But if in any democracy a minister could act and behave in that way, the next minute he wouldn't be a minister anymore. And that's a common responsibility of the Israeli government. And these actions must stop. It's not the first time that we see this sort of assaults in international waters where no Israeli agent has jurisdiction on any of our citizens. And of course, I find this appalling, outrageous, and I cannot accept, and I will never accept, that my citizens are treated in this way by anyone in the world.
You know that you've become sort of, a bullseye target for the Israeli government because Spain does lead a very prominent pro-Palestinian policy, rights for the Palestinian people. You, along with many now in the UN General Assembly, do support a Palestinian state, as is, implicated in all the international laws around that. And you did lead an unsuccessful move to end the EU association agreement with Israel. And their foreign minister basically accuses you all in Spain of leading a hostile, anti-Israel line. They call it, trying to divert from, quote, your severe corruption scandals through anti-Israel, anti-Semitic attacks. How do you respond to that?
It's absurd and it's ridiculous. Spain and its foreign policy, it's above all pro-peace, pro-peaceful coexistence, anti-war. We will never accept that the only way that Israel has to relate with its neighbor is through war and through violence. There must be a way of peaceful coexistence, and that is called the two-state solution. Of course, we support the existence of the state of Israel peacefully and in security. Of course, the people of Israel have a right to peace and security. We have condemned the horrible terrorist attack of Hamas on October the 7th. We have condemned and voted for every package of sanctions to Hamas in EU. Hamas has nothing to do with the future of Palestine, but exactly the same right that the Israeli people has a peaceful and secure state has the Palestinian people and the Lebanese people and all the other people on the Middle East. We are the first government that has issued a strategy against anti-Semitism here in Spain. We take it very seriously. But if they try to threaten us with that, no, we are not going to lower our voice in favor of peace and the respect of international law and human rights.
There is a great big war going on. I mean, it's in some kind of sort of suspended ceasefire right now, but between the United States, Israel and Iran. We keep hearing some different things from the United States and Israel, often on the same day. Where do you think it's headed, particularly now that we hear U.S. intelligence saying that Iran is rebuilding their defenses, could rebuild within 6 months, and that President Trump is having, quote, strong talks or strong disagreements with Prime Minister Netanyahu, who wants continued war, while Trump wants to try the negotiated exit. Where do you think this is heading?
I back the negotiation and I back the mediation of Pakistan and other countries. I think that there is no really military solution, and on the contrary, going back to the negotiating table can really tackle all the issues. Of course, Iran cannot have the nuclear bomb. Iran must stop the unjustified attacks on the other Middle Eastern countries. The affiliated groups of Iran must stop those attacks as well. Lebanon must be part of the global peace deal, and Hormuz must be reopened again with a free passage and secure passage and no charge at all for that passage. I think it's possible to get an agreement. Negotiations were going well right before the war. So I think that's the right path, to make a sustainable and a stable peace instead of keeping this status quo that can lead to an escalate with really global consequences.